Hey, Dave. Just with Max Scherzer, he told us that about his arm fatigue, but feels that he will be ready to go tomorrow. What were the conversations like with you that ultimately went with the decision to, if there is a Game 7, to push him back?
Just in talking to him, the training staff, strength and conditioning staff, just seeing where he was at versus where Walker was at, we just felt it was best to give him an extra day. He had catch play yesterday, and so at that point in time, we were still kind of hopeful. But again, just hearing from the player, we just felt that this gives us the best chance to win today as well as tomorrow.
And how, I guess, would you say that, if you have seen, how would you say that he's progressing and kind of moving in the right direction? Because he was optimistic when he spoke with us.
I think today was a big hurdle as far as after he went out there. It was more of that muscle fatigue, as he, in his words, were, it just seemed like I had 3 day ones. And it just couldn't get over that kind of muscle fatigue where typically it kind of, you flush it out after running, and day 2, day 3, and you're back. And he just never got to that point. So today, the way he threw the baseball gave us a lot of confidence that he can make the start tomorrow.
Next question. Mike on the left.
What went into the Matt Beatty over Gavin Lux in the lineup decision?
For me, it was just thinking about getting outfield defense was part of it. Understanding Ian Anderson, the start, giving Matt Beatty a couple cracks potentially. Have Albert looming. That was kind of, and also if I need to have that left-handed bullet in the 8 or the 9, I can have Gavin there.
Okay, straight back in the left, Dave.
How did it go with Justin Brule out there? Is he going to be able to be available, or do you feel like you may have to replace him?
We're gonna stick with Justin. He gave us all assurance that he's ready to go for an inning tonight.
Okay, we're going to go all the way in the back to Andy.
Hey, Dave. You mentioned a couple times this postseason about how, if you use a starter in relief, there is a cost. Has what you've seen with Max, the cost of that, has that exceeded your expectation?
Yeah. I think that in talking to Max before the division series, Game 5, and wanting the baseball and having done it before, and you have to trust a player, certainly a player with his track record, and this is a decision that we all kind of came together and we felt good about. And so could I foresee where we're at right now? I didn't. No. But, we still have to make the decision that gets us to this point. And so I think that every hurdle, every marker that we get to, we have to make a decision. And there's no, on the other side of how it's going to play out. No one knows that. We can all speculate. But to your question, Andy, to say that what he was able to give us in Game 2, I think it was Game 1, did I expect that after that 13-pitch save? No. And then to say after an extra day not to be able to make the start today, no, I didn't. And I don't think Max did either. But that's where we're at. And I know Max wants to take the baseball, but his arm is not allowing.
And where is Walker at physically at this point? I mean, he's on short rest. He hasn't done that before. He mentioned he had an illness at some point before his last outing. How confident do you feel in him physically today?
We feel really good. We feel really good. Most importantly, Walker feels really good. So it's not, I don't want to put a number on what it's going to be like. It's about execution, performance. But as far as physical, mental, he feels fantastic.
Down here in front, Heidi.
We'll stick with Walker first. You said you don't want to put a number on him out there for today. What are you hoping to get from him? What's your plan if he does feel some fatigue early on?
I mean, if he feels fatigue early on and it's not coming out the right way or he's not executing, then we're going to go to the guys that we have in the bullpen and piece it together. But I think as far as hope, 2.5 times through the order would be fantastic. Leave the game with a 5-run lead. But, for me, it's just start the game and go as hard as you can for as long as you can and get out, and we'll have people behind you.
And with Max, when was it on your radar that he might not be able to make the start today?
It truly wasn't until yesterday, because he still played catch, and we still felt good about it. And learning Max, as sometimes there's that muscle fatigue, dead arm, and then it's like, but the next day, I come in and I feel good and I'm ready to go. And so we were all, and Max as well, was like, it'll turn and it'll feel good when I wake up and I'll know. And then it just didn't get to that point.
And your
Yep.
your level of confidence that he'll be able to pitch tomorrow if you guys get there?
Very, very confident. What he will be able to give us and how long, I don't know the answer. I don't think anybody does. But as far as him taking the baseball tomorrow, if we put ourselves in that position, I think I feel very confident.
Okay, AJ?
Dave, what was your conversation with Walker like? And I guess considering kind of like he was scheduled to go on Sunday, what are the challenges of him moving up a day on such short notice?
I think the challenges is something that he's done only twice in his career, second time. So that's, an obvious kind of challenge and something that is an unknown. But as far as his body, mind, I feel very confident. And I think with players, they seem to know more before I know. And I say that in the sense of when they're in the dugout, they're playing catch. And yesterday, Walker's out there with them. They're talking about things, too, about how do you feel? How do I feel? Kind of that. So, and even Max said it. Walker was in a much better position to make this start today than I was. And so he's aware of that.
Okay, Mike?
Dave, no matter what happens the rest of the way, has what what he's done this season, this October, changed the organization's sort of perception of him as you head into this winter?
Oh, we're going to the winter, huh? I've always had confidence in Kenley. I'm very happy with the way he's performed, and he deserves all the credit. We wouldn't be here without him, and I'm going to lean on him tonight. As far as the winter, Mike, that's not a part of the conversations that I'm a part of, really.
Okay, down here in the middle.
Hey, Dave, what has been the mentality of the team? I know Trey Turner said that it's kind of loose. It's kind of like we just know we got to win the game today. What have you kind of told the team as you head into this Game 6?
Nothing. No team meeting, going around touching players, talking to guys, and I will echo what Trey said. Some guys are playing cards, some guys are watching college football, some guys are watching video, some guys in the training room. But the point is that, at 8:07, and as we get towards that time, guys are narrowing their focus on winning tonight, and we're aligned in that.
Okay, anything else for Doc? Over here on the right.
Hey, Dave, is David Price capable of taking down multiple innings if needed, if you do need something like that, if Walker or Max can't go deep the next couple of days?
David is certainly capable. David will do anything that we ask. So he's capable for whatever we need. Whether it's to get out of an inning, it's multiples, he'll do whatever we need.
Okay, anything else? Bill, on the left.
Just in general, Dave, how frustrating is it to have an ace like Max Scherzer, in the dugout in a must-win game, at the last minute?
It's certainly not ideal. I know, if there's a guy that we want in there, it's Max. Also, I love Walker in there tonight. But they're both aces, Bill. They're both aces, and believe me, if we could align it for him to pitch tonight, he would. So our job now is to get the baseball to him in Game 7.